Okay, bait makers, number 6 on our countdown is a brand new color recipe that I am incredibly proud of. This right here is Rainier Ice. Look at how clean and clear that plastic is. I wanted something that perfectly mimics the look of high mountain glacier runoff, totally transparent, but with just enough fine holographic flake to catch the sun, exactly like a frantic little baitfish. Enjoy the video. Hey, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon by the time you see this. What's going on? Welcome back to the shop. Again, I cannot stop. I cannot break it. I don't know why when I'm on video, I keep saying the word It was absolutely driving me crazy yesterday. I was editing that last video, and I wanted to put a counter up, and I probably should have, of how many times I said the word I don't know where this has come from. I only really do it while I'm trying to work on videos. I think it's see, there you go. I think it's a crutch word where my brain is just trying to transition from one thought to the next thought, and I think I have to keep talking to keep you entertained. I am not sure why I'm doing that. I am not a guy that uses that in my vocabulary. It just, and now, see, I'm consciously thinking about it. I almost said again, but I changed it to, it's perplexing to me because I'm actually really good at giving speeches. Maybe it's just because I'm more prepared. I write it out, I type it, and then I read it, and I can give the speech without reading it, and I change what I need to, but I don't use crutch words. It's absolutely driving me crazy. So my apologies if the last one was too much. I didn't realize it until I was editing. For me, it was too much. But okay. Anyways, in the beginning, you guys saw that super glow squid. Now I've made that color again because I had to send those off. I made that color with the old stuff, and I put it in a flounder. But this is what started it. This glowing flounder isn't just here to look mean. It is officially marking the launch of a brand new 6-day series on the channel. The hottest 6 Kokanee urchin colors in Pacific Northwest bass fishing. I'm going to try to keep it freshwater. I just have a bunch of guys that are fishing it freshwater. I did take it to salt. It works extremely well. I did use some brighter colors than what my guys are asking for in freshwater. So what I'm going to do is probably I'm going to do the 6 freshwater, and I'm going to do bonus 7 and say, hey, here's the salt water. So for the next 6 days straight, I'm dropping 1 video a day, counting down from number 6 all the way to the undisputed number 1 king of the Pacific Northwest. We're going to pour them together right here, look at the glitter recipes, and then the best part, I'm dropping every single one of them into my 4,000-gallon koi pond in the backyard so you can see exactly how they look and shift underwater. Because some of these are going to have some 8-bit baits, they're going to have some shift. Now I'm going to take some liberties, right? So I'm going to say, okay, this is the best color, and I'll give you the recipe that I'm making to sell, but I'm going to also take some liberties, and I'm going to put a little extra sparkle in it, or a little extra flake, or some 8-bit bait stuff on an extra one, right? So I'm going to so the first one today is going to be a baitfish mimic. So it's just going to be a silver shiner, but I'm going to make it the regular way, shoot one, and then I'm going to also, once it's shot, I'm going to change that recipe just a little bit to add some extra boost into it for videography purposes. For just driving me crazy. So that's where I'm going today. We will see how this all goes, and I'm trying to do 6 videos, the bonus 7th probably being saltwater, but I'm going to do 6 videos that are pretty much going to follow the same thing, except for this beginning portion to let you know about the series and tell you that all 6. But any questions, any comments, please put them below. Let me know. There is going to be a contest with this one, so you might want to watch all the video, because at the end you're going to have to guess something and win a prize, and it's going to be pretty cool. So if you watch all my videos, all 6 of these videos, you guys will understand. Okay, I'm back. Just ridiculous. People coming in, going out, family trying to go to Wild Waves, losing Jeep keys, just craziness. Okay, so when you're pouring a baitfish mimic, the magic is all in the consistency. You don't want the ball to be so opaque that you can't see through it. That's the main thing, right? I don't want the solid white golf ball look. It doesn't work. I guess it could work in some cases, but I have found that doesn't really work. The other thing is you don't really want it to be like so see-through that there's literally nothing there. That's why I like this pearlescent color, and then I do the silver holographic flakes. You want the pearlescent sheen to capture the natural light that's coming through the water. Okay. So the history of matching a baitfish is as old as fishing itself. Before there were fancy plastics, guys were silver plating spoons and carving balsa wood to look like injured minnows. When I was in Iraq, I literally took a line, I had a hook, and I would put cloth on there and I would wrap it. I would pull my tan t-shirt and do some stuff. We had huge lake, Saddam's Palace. There was these lakes there, and they had huge, big fish in there. And it wasn't, after a while, there was guys like bringing in fishing poles, getting family members to mail them to them, and then the PX van, if you will, started bringing in poles. It was quite funny, actually. We were all warned, do not eat the fish. You don't know what they've been feeding on, all kinds of stuff. But I didn't care about eating them. I just wanted to catch them. So on our downtime, when I was there, you didn't have a lot of downtime, but when you did, we worked 7 days a week, 12 to 16 hours a day in the beginning, and then it kind of slowed down around my 3rd, 4th trip over there. I wasn't by Saddam's Palace at that time, but I was in Kirkuk, and it didn't have a lake, so we did other stuff. But my second time over there, I was by a lake and by Saddam's Palace in Baghdad, and that was pretty cool. So anyways, getting sidetracked. So in our Pacific Northwest lakes and rivers, our bass are constantly hunting visual targets. They're feeding on juvenile trout, kokanee, bluegill, fry. I've caught a bass and had a perch in its mouth. When you have clear to slightly stained water and the sun hits this white pearl and silver combo, it creates a realistic strobe effect underwater. Absolutely, hands down, looks like a disco ball going off. We'll see that hopefully in my pond, and we'll see why it mimics what I think to be baitfish. When you have that ball and you have all these tentacles and you got all these little silver things moving and like dancing almost, right? And I think the bigger one's going to be better when I get the 4-inch. But what I think the predatory strike comes from is, a bass, he looks and he sees all these little things of silver flashing, and I think it's like the little 1-inch baby fish fry that might be schooled up, and he's like, hey, I could just grab that real quick. And I think that's probably what they're seeing. They're not seeing this ball urchin thing. They're just seeing all these little flashes right there, and for a fish, that just looks like a bunch of fry that he wants to eat, so he dives in and gets it. That's what I countdown. All right, starting with color number 6, the baitfish mimic. It's going to be a silver shiner, so I got this heated up. let's get a temperature on that. And man, I'm hoping my fans, I got a fan sucking air out. I have a fan over here blowing it this direction and trying to keep me cool. But I'm gonna move this. There we go. All right. Okay, so while I get this plastic mixed up, let's talk about why we are starting here. Our base for this is a beautiful, clean white pearl. We're going to add a precise blend of ultra-fine silver flake, the silver holographic glitter, 0.018. I may put some 0.15 in there, and I already have a little hair in this black thing in there. Not sure. Okay. So with the silver shiner, it's you don't want to make it too opaque. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna try that. The ball on these will be pretty opaque. The tentacles will be translucent, but I don't want the ball to be so much. So that's still very good right there. I think I'm gonna go all the way up to 10, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if those extra 3, yeah, they did make a difference. So when you're pouring a baitfish mimic, the magic is all in the consistency. You don't want it so opaque that it looks like a block of, white ball chalk down there, like a golf ball. But you don't want it to be completely see-through either. You want that pearlescent sheen to capture, the pearlescent sheen to capture the natural light. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much leave that like that. I'm gonna come in here with a 1/4 teaspoon of this holographic silver. Okay, now we'll see what this looks like. It should create a flash. So when this is down, oh wow, that's pretty. So when this is down in the water and the little tentacles are twitching, the light that's coming in could catch that glitter and just it'll bounce around and it'll cause that silver flash. And what I'm hoping is with the ball and you have the tentacles coming out, a fish is just going to see these little glitter things. And what I'm hoping is a predator fish like a bass is thinking that's just a small, tiny 1-inch baby fish in a little group. And he sees all the little flashes and the predator instinct kicks in and he just can't pass it up. He just boom goes in and it triggers him to just go strike it. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I think of when I see this. So we're at 330. I think 330 is a great temperature for me to shoot the sweet gun molds. God, and I keep saying and guys, I don't like to use guys either. Bait makers. I absolutely apologize for the ums. I really do, because it drives me crazy. And if it's driving me crazy, it's probably driving you crazy, because nobody wants to listen to a video of some dunce sitting there. It just does not, for me, it doesn't say professionalism, and it really goes to the question of, do you know what you're talking about? I hope to think, since I've been fishing since I was like 4 years old, in Alaska, in Arizona, in California, in New Mexico, in Arizona, in Texas, in Germany, in Korea. I fished in Saddam's palace in Iraq and caught huge trout. When you have clear to slightly stained water and the sun hits this white pearl and silver combo, man, it looks like a disco ball, bloom, bloom, bloom. So let's get a look. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see. So with these, you're really relying on the fish's eyesight. The fish need to see it. So that's why I think packing it with more glitter is a good way to go. In fact, I may have gone a little too light on my glitter, but I'm using a tiny holographic silver. So let's see how it looks over here. I think this, yeah, you can.
My
really
apologies,
see
bait makers.
that.
It's
You
been
get-
hectic, but
and it's
we're done.
not as
We got
opaque.
it.
See
There they
that?
are.
The
Now I'm
ball
gonna show you
itself
some
is
underwater.
still
yes, this is
transparent.
my
I can
koi
see
pond.
pink underneath there.
It's a mess
My
right now.
hand
The bottom
changes the
has all
tone.
kinds of stuff on there. I guess I need to get the back
see
out
that?
and start blowing that all
My
around.
hand is definitely changing.
But we already
So
had
that
one
means I can
fish
see
take
through
this
that.
urchin in.
These are all sticking out.
It was not
And family
a pleasant experience. And the fish came up, hit it. I had to quickly pull that away. So we threw it back. I wanted to show without weight, just kind of it gliding along the top. You see all the fish over there. We put a tiny weight on there. Or actually, this is going to be a couple more on the top, I think. And then, oh no, there you go. So it is sinking. We kind of let it go to the bottom. The koi aren't going down there. The goldfish were kind of over to the right. The goldfish is what really was trying to get it. Koi are interested in it, but they weren't really doing it. So we throw this a couple times just so everyone can see how it goes through the water. That salt blend makes it stick out so good. I really like it. You can see this sheboygan coming in and then a koi. So we had to get that out of there. Goldfish really try to eat it. But my daughter helped me with this. It was a lot of fun. We threw, 4 or 5 times, just letting it go through. We also have some above footage, but it just didn't work. It didn't come out well. We don't like it, so I didn't put it in here.
All right, so this is backing. I'm not done shooting, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot the outro. I'll, do the editing thing, cut, slice, move around, back, forth. You got it. If you make videos, you understand. I'm moving stuff around, shooting it out of order. It's just to save time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because tomorrow at this exact same time, we're moving to color number 5, the chameleon. I'm going to show you a pour that completely changes colors depending on how the sunlight hits it underwater. You're not going to want to miss it. And remember that word that I said before? I was like, hey, you're going to want to know this because I'm going to have a contest at the end, and if you watched, you're going to get that keyword, right? So the first word that we're going to use is veterans. So at the end, you're going to have 5 words, and you're going to have to guess what that last color is going to be. And first word needs to be veterans. That's it. So get out on the water, find your piece. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Vet's Dream. I'm out.